In a small, forgotten town, nestled between misty mountains, lived an elderly photographer named Mr. Lang. For over 50 years, he had captured the milestones of the townspeople, their weddings, birthdays, and even their farewells. His shop, Memories in Focus, was a sanctuary where people could relive the happiest and most poignant moments of their lives through his work. But Lang himself carried a secret burden. He had no photographs of his own family. Years ago, a terrible accident had taken away his wife, Evelyn, and their daughter, Lily. On that day, he had smashed every frame, every print, every piece of evidence of their existence. He couldn't bear the weight of those frozen smiles, reminders of everything he had lost. The shop was all he had left. One rainy evening, as Lang was about to close for the day, the doorbell tinkled. A young woman, soaked to the bone, entered, clutching a bundle wrapped in a thin cloth. Her eyes were swollen, her face pale. "Are you Mr. Lang?" she asked softly. "I am," he replied, concerned. "What can I do for you?" The girl hesitated, then unwrapped the bundle. Inside was an old, battered camera. "This belonged to my father," she said. "He passed away last week. I found it under his bed, along with a note saying you might help me." Lang took the camera, inspecting it carefully. It was an antique, a model he hadn't seen in decades. He turned it over and froze. His initials were scratched into the bottom corner. "I don't understand," he stammered. "Where did your father get this?" The girl's lips trembled. "He said he found it after a terrible accident. He saw a man drop it as he ran away from the wreckage. He kept it all these years, hoping he'd find the owner." Lang felt his knees weaken. He remembered that day vividly, running from the twisted remains of the car, too shattered to notice the camera falling from his hands. I'm so sorry," Lang whispered, his voice cracking. "I didn't know." The girl placed a hand on his arm. "My father used it every day to capture moments he loved. He said it helped him heal, but he wanted me to return it to you. He said it was never truly his." Lang swallowed the lump in his throat, emotions surging like a storm. He opened the camera's film compartment, and to his surprise, there was a roll of undeveloped film inside. His hands shook as he processed it, frame by frame, in his darkroom. As the images emerged, he gasped. They were of his family. Evelyn laughing in the garden, Lily holding her favorite doll. Moments he thought were lost forever, captured by his own hand just days before the tragedy. Tears spilled down Lang's face as he held the photographs under the dim red light. These weren't just images. They were fragments of his heart, long buried under grief. The next morning, Lang reopened the shop with a new purpose. He framed the pictures and placed them in the front window alongside a sign that read, "Never stop capturing love." People came from miles away to see the display. They said the photographs seemed alive, as if the subjects might step out of the frames at any moment. Lang, for the first time in decades, smiled, a true, unbroken smile. And as the sun set over the quiet town, Lang stood by the window, gazing at his family, feeling their presence in every shadow and beam of light. He realized that while he could never hold them again, he could still keep them close, preserved forever in a photograph of goodbye.